Hello guys, it's Sarkib here, and today we're going to.
So before I start this video, I just want to tell that please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, if you like the content. We are just 26 subscribers away from reaching the 300 goal mark, and when I reach 300 subscribers, I will do a setup tour, which will be awesome. So what are you waiting for? Just subscribe. Tell your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousins, your friends, everyone to subscribe, and let's start the video then. So first, let's start with 3x3s. For the first 3x3, I have the Valk Power M, which is a pretty solid cube for its price point. And yeah, the next cube is my main, which is the Cubicle Pro Shop SN. It is like a really excellent cube, and if you have the budget, please buy this cube. This cube is a bomb, a literal bomb. The best budget cube, in my opinion, for that price point. And yeah, it's a YLM. I think this is a GAN Air or something. I don't even know what this is. I got it for like in the competition as for like podiuming, and I don't even know what cube is this. I think it's Air though. Next is the Cubicle Walk M, which is like one of the best cubes I have ever tried. The only problem is it is dead. I think 10,000 or more solves than that. Also, I didn't really maintain this cube properly, so maintain your cubes, guys. Next cube is the Ganir UM, which is my first cube which I used in my competition. Pretty solid cube as well. So the next cube is the Wulong GTS2M, which is a true beast. It was my first magnetic cube, and the rest is history. The next is the Ganir SM, and I put angstrom loops in it, put the cubicle lab sticker to give the cubicle feel, and a really solid cube as well. Next is the Vol 3 Mini. It's like it has like great mobility with it. You can carry it anywhere, great turning, as well as good for wedge. The next is the MF3 RS2M with the cubicle one, and it's really good for everything. OH, normal turning, shades are pretty nice, and you can buy it. The next is my first speed cube. I think my second speed cube, but it was my first proper speed cube, which is the Ganir Master. And yeah, this cube is really good at the time I bought it, but it doesn't perform so nicely today. And yeah, I just put purple spring inside there, and it is really fast and crunchy, so a good warm-up cube. And the next cube, this cube, man, this cube turned so good for being such a good, like a large cube. Let me show you what the size difference. You can see that's really huge, and it's not allowed in the WCA because it does not have proper stickers inside that. These are printed, I think, but it would be a really solid cube for feet, and I think it would be the best for feet if it would be WCA legal. Also, with my small cubes, I have this Chi keychain cube which I haven't unboxed yet. The people who like competed in the Indian Nationals 2019 got this thing. Each competitor got this thing, and I find it very cute, and I think it's pillowed. I haven't unboxed it yet, so if I do not find any content, I will unbox this or something. And yeah, so the next set of puzzles are Pyraminxes. Pyraminx is my favorite event, and the first Pyraminx is the Cosmic Bell M, which is a really solid Pyraminx. I loosened it up to make it feel like a Moyu magnetic with some like strong magnets, and it feels pretty good. The next one is the absolute legendary Shengsha Pyraminx, of course without tips. And I just took the tips out of this because I wanted to practice one looking, which I suck at currently, and other cool stuff with this. So please don't buy this cube as I did from Amazon. Just don't. The next is my main Pyraminx, which is the Cubicle Bell Pyraminx. What can I say? the word which comes to my mind is a beast. The best Pyraminx currently on the market right now. Go buy it if you have the money to do, and it's a pretty good Pyraminx. The next Pyraminx is a X-Man Bell, which was my second magnetic Pyraminx after the Moyu magnetic one. And the reason I'm not showing you the Moyu magnetic one because it's popped horrendously. So we're not going to talk about that, are we? And I set it up. This Pyraminx, it performs pretty good, but not at comps. So I use this as my secondary slash warm-up cube. And these were all my Pyraminxes then. So the next set of puzzles I'm going to talk about are 2x2s. 2x2 is one of my favorite events. To start with the category, we have to talk about this legendary cube, which is the Rubik's brand. So the Rubik's brand, if you're a beginner, buy it. And if you're going to be like you're thinking you're going to be a pro or something, just throw this cube away, like I did. The next cube is the GAN 249 V2M. Pretty solid cube. Performance is good. Turning is good. The only thing the cube lacks is grip. It slips a lot from my hands. That's why I upgraded to my main currently, which is the Cubicle Vapo M. And this cube, my god, this cube is so good. At comms, at my house, the performance is the same. And it's a pretty solid cube. If you have the amount of money to spend, go and buy this cube. So the next category of puzzles I'm going to talk about are 4x4s. The first 4x4 I'm going to show you is the Cubicle Absolute M. It's a pretty solid cube, pretty stable, pretty fast, but the only problem of this cube is it pops, and it pops a lot. So basically the popping problem is not in every which way. I talked to my speed cubing friends about the popping issue of the cube. They say like it pops in the regular which ways, and some people's which way do not simply pop. So I'm not trying to defame the cubicle in any means, that whether the cube pops or not, they make the best cubes possible. And basically, yeah. The next cube is my main, the Auxilius 2M, which straight up compares with the Wuchu M. It's a pretty solid cube, but the thing is, it is for fast turners and not for like the slow turners who like slow cubes and all that stuff. It is kind of stable, to be honest. It's not that really stable, but it is like a cube which glides quite a lot, and I like that effortless feeling behind this cube. So the next cube which I'm going to show you is like the cheap 4x4. I don't know from where it is, but to be honest, for its price point, I think it turns pretty nicely. It does not pop at all, and it has that sandpapery feeling which you feel in the budget cubes. And I don't have any words to describe. And yeah. So now I'm going to talk about big cubes. Basically, I do not solve any big cube from 5x5 to 7x7 because I'm lazy, as well as I don't practice them. The first one is the Yushin Holog 7x7. It turns fabulously awesome for a 7x7. But the only problem I think it can pop, which is with every 7x7 almost, which is not magnetized and not perfectly set up, I think. So yeah. The next big cube is the Yushin Cloud 5x5. I know how to solve a 5x5, but I'm too lazy to do that. Again, it's a pretty nice 5x5 if you're on a budget, plus if you're a beginner, 10 out of 10 I will recommend you go for this cube. The next one is the Chi Wuha 6x6. It's a pretty decent cube, turns pretty decently for 6x6. And yeah, I don't have the version 2, it's the version 1 if you wanted to know. The next one is the Rubik's 5x5. Same is the case, I don't solve it that much, but you know it's an iconic cube, don't you? Now let's talk about cubes. I'm in no means a very good cube solver, but you know I can solve it. This is the X-Man Wings cube, which is considered to be the second best or the best, but I screwed mine up adding some heavy leaves and I simply cannot break it in now. But still, it's a pretty decent cube, you know. Pretty nice, and would recommend this cube 10 out of 10. The next cube is the Moyus cube. If you are a beginner and starting to learn how to solve a cube, go for this. It is the ball bearing one, and I think it can make you a pro, but obviously you should buy a Wingy, because why not? The next puzzle is the clock. I don't solve it that regularly. I know how to solve it. I think I have completed twice or thrice in clock, but I end up DNFing. And it's an interesting puzzle, you know. You can get faster way easier than other puzzles, and you like this event. So the next puzzle is Megaminx. I don't solve Megaminx that regularly because I get really bad times and I'm too lazy to solve one. I have been practicing a lot, but my times are not getting any better. So I just leave this puzzle aside and practice other events. But in the near future, I hope I will get better in this event. The next puzzle is the square one. And yeah, you might be thinking I'm such a pro, I'm just turning it like a pro. But the dark truth is I don't even know how to solve this puzzle. Like, I find it very irritating to solve. And whenever I get the time in the future and a really good amount of time, I will definitely learn how to solve it and try to get better at this puzzle. The next one is the red eye cube. And basically I knew how to solve this just a month ago and I forgot everything except building this much and not the top. So we'll learn it again. It's a pretty interesting cube, pretty interesting non-WC event, which should be a WC event. Make red eye cube a WC event, people. So basically these were all my cubes.